inspired. It's inspired by
Yeah.
you.
No, it's
sure.
not really.
Not sure you want to
I
say
do
that.
need-
You might finish the trip walking.
Yeah. Well,
All right. Oh,
I
and
do
we're
need to
live.
turn you
Sorry.
guys down.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody, to Payback is a Lich. After 2 weeks hiatus, which was a non-planned hiatus after I had a technological problem where I've well, that's my computer broke. That's pretty much it. And I sent to maintenance, and it took them they took their time. They took their time to send it back. Anyway, it's back now. It's working fine, and we're back despite my incredible lack of luck with YouTube streaming. I mean, if I do it on myself, when I do a dry run, it works fine. But then when I try for real, there's always something. Anyway, it seems that it's working fine now. And for all of you who have been waiting for us and interacting with us in the chat, thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure to have you here. For those of you who haven't seen Payback is a Lich, it's, well, the campaign premise is that in the shadow of Vecna's godhood, as he expands he expands his power and his control over several pantheons, and he's taking over the portfolio of other gods. We have a Lich party known as the Left Hand Horrors that is seeking for the last obelisk, or the last known obelisk, created by a species that has been extincted by Vecna himself. And this last obelisk apparently can unravel secrets that Vecna tried to bury. And the party doesn't know what it is, but they hope it might be a last survivor of the Spellweaver's race, because they were known to be extremely strong spellcasters that kicked the Vecna's ass more than one time and would trivialize any combat with Vecna. So this is what they're hoping for, but there are other theories about what might be in this obelisk. They needed the Rod of Seven Parts as a key to open the doors in this buried ziggurat, and they've been delving deeper into this place, uncovering layers of mystery and creating mayhem along the way, and finding every secret passage this place has to offer. Talk about a Lich sense. And they've burned through most layers, most floors of this dungeon, and finally in the last session they arrive at what seemed to be the last one. But before I dive into what we've done in the last session, let's say hello to our protagonists tonight. We have Creek, the ever opportunistic bardic Lich that is always ready with a tune and a questionable contract. Creek, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hey guys, it's Spirit King Creek here. I'm ready for another song, another roast. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of this dungeon, but we're going to find our way out one way or another. Plus, I can't complain about all those mirrors of looking at myself, though. They look great.
Well, it's nice to see you again, Creek, after 2 weeks, and then we have Midge, our Lichen Lich and Spores druid, whose love for fungi is only matched by her knack for finding hidden doors and hidden secret passages. Midge, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
So I'm not going to do the voice right now, but just because I thought it'd be interesting, I thought I'd let everyone know that I am driving through the United States currently. I'm not going to tell you where I am because I don't want anyone sneaking up behind me, but looking forward to getting back in this. And yeah, this will be fun. I wrote a little ditty. I'll maybe send it to Creek about playing D&D while driving. You know, it's pretty cool. Actually, you know what? Let me read it because I thought it'd be fun. So driving through Louisiana, well, now you know where I am, with my dog by my side, rolling some dice, ain't nowhere to hide. Roaming through a dungeon with my crew at the ready, got my hands on the wheel, holding nice and steady. Oh, D&D while driving is a deadly game.
Oh,
So there you
went
go.
country?
I did. Yeah, you're in Louisiana. It's got to be country, right?
Well,
Anyway,
you start this session
looking
with
forward to being.
inspiration. After
Oh,
that.
thanks, dude.
There you go.
All right. I could have sung it as Mitch, but I don't want to disturb the rest of the people in the car. Might wake up my dog too.
All right, all right. And then
Having
we
sing
have
along.
we have Drazov, or how he was, should we say, affectionately dubbed last session as Robert De Niro. He is a somewhat of a strange, odd, necromantic genius, some might say. Other might say he's just crazy. He is a master of disguise now that he has a crown of lies. I'm not really sure if that's a skill. He knows how to use the crown. But anyway, he's using very well, and he's creating layers over layers of disguise, just like a villain in a Scooby-Doo episode. And yes, he's been pretending to be an era since he enters this place, and he fooled some people, didn't fool others. And in the last session, the one he tried to fool ended up taking it personally with him. Drazov, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Yes, I am, as always, blitzing the obscene. And I've got to say, these shackles really are something. Once we're done here, I will have to look into getting a few pairs for myself. I think they will be quite useful in procuring test subjects for my work.
Oh yes, dimensional shackles are fun. DMs love them. Players, not so much. All right. And then finally, last but not least, we have Ronaldo, our herald of eternal passion, who has fused his phylactery with the vestige of the evening glory, a goddess, a lich goddess from Ravenloft. And Ronaldo is a fashion-forward, sort of a vampiric style kind of noble, and freshly traumatized witness to 4 of Vecna's versions. But he still looks fantastic even when he is traumatized. Ronaldo, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hello. Ronaldo feels like he's been, as far as pleasing his goddess of eternal glory, he seems that all he's really done is look pretty and look at pretty again in the mirror over and over again, because we seem to be dodging a lot of danger and then fighting off these gaga dancers with a little bit of brute force, and that's it. So he's hoping that, one, to escape the dungeon soon, and then hopefully do it with something glorious. Let's have a glorious encounter here in honor of, his lady. And that's it.
Very well, very well. Well, it seems that your quest is indeed getting to an end, and was a relentless journey you guys had. Our intrepid liches have stumbled upon yet another secret passage last session, and because of that, at this point, secret passages practically have a neon sign for them. It's unbelievable. It's like it's the 5th floor and the 5th secret passage they find. And this one led them to what seemed to be the final level of this buried ziggurat. An area still under construction, apparently, with walls that look suspiciously like they belong to a completely different architectural project. Let me put that way. Inside of this cave, they encounter a bustling hive of cultists, including one group attempting to do a DIY transmutation ritual to turn one of their own into a Nera. naturally, the party introduced them to the universal D&D translator called Fireball, and has swiftly halting the ritual. They swiftly halt the ritual, leaving only singed robes and metallic masks behind, as all of them have been destroyed or vanished. As they loot through this place and they started to explore, they found some Uzis and some minor nuisance for liches, until they finally reached a grand subterranean chapel. There, they found a masked figure looking like a mind flayer with a flair for the dramatic, that seemed to be leading a cult dedicated to a mysterious entity named Zargon. Using undead blood, the same type of undead ancient vampiric blood that Ronaldo had found in a room just before, they were painting these magical glyphs in the ritualistic altar. And the cultists seem to, when the party arrived, they seem to be moments away from ringing a gong to summon their dark master, whatever it is. Or at least that's what the party thought. And of course, our heroes, should I call you heroes? Our anti-heroes, our undead protagonists, weren't about to let them achieve their goals, so of course they had to spoil the party. After all, what is a lich if the lich doesn't spoil the party, right? And they've clearly they very easily interrupted the ritual, but they figured there was some sort of exarch or priest seemed to have taken something particularly personal against Robert De Niro, and as the party tried to fight him and summon wall of forces and whatnot, this cult leader cast a spell that summons magical chains from that make them telekinetically float across the room, and they chase and capture Robert De Niro. And with that, he pulls Robert De Niro into a precipice that was just behind him, just behind the altar where he was standing. And both of them fall into this dark precipice. And well, our party's ally has been pulled into the unknown, and now the party stands on the brink of yet another mystery, or perhaps another battle, or perhaps they stand at the precipice of nothing, because they might just turn back and say, yep, we're done. That's enough for us. He took Drazov, and he kind of deserved it. And, well, that seems to be a popular opinion with Cyril. Yes, Cyril is not with us tonight. He is or I should say, the scrappier version of Cyril, who just came out fresh out of the mirror plane last session, and was still trying to figure out which Vecna was which. And I was still trying to think of ways of getting his revenge on Drazo from having abandoned him in the mirror plane. But yeah, I guess Cyril, as usual, is late. I can't really say he's elegantly late or fashionably late, because this time he's just one session late. And with that, let me bring you guys back to where I left you off the last time. And where I left you off the last time, Robert De Niro had been carried into a precipice, which is to the west of this room, that way. And you still had summoned some tentacles from the abyss. Cyril was still concentrating on Wall of Force. Creek, you're still concentrating on the tentacles. Volkar's flying. Ronaldo has a pet zombie made with the body of a hobgoblin that seemed to be dead for just 1 week when they arrived here, which is particularly strange because you guys thought this place was closed down to the world for millennia, and someone needed a rod of 7 parts to enter here. And yet, every time you're coming here, it seems that this place is fully functioning. In fact, is very much alive. And that's that hob zombie, which is the body of a hobgoblin that Ronaldo turned into a little pet zombie, has been following him around. It's a reminder to everybody in the party that yes, it seems that there's some things here that are not really. There's something else here that is unexplained. They're not really making sense. How is that corpse is still in somewhat decent decomposition condition of 1 week after this place being closed down for millennia? Anyway, it seems that you guys are about to figure out whatever is needed here, and on that note, I'll shut up and let you guys figure out what you want to do.
Quick question, Legend. Midge is back in the room before. Are we saying that she just was infatuated with the Dwergers, that she just stood there and watched them work during last session?
Oh, I mute myself. The Midge never actually entered the room.
So she's still back here. Okay.
She's still back there.
All right. Just looking through the gate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And she has no idea what just happened. Because, well, it happened in just a matter of minutes while you were observing those Dwergars and trying to get a sense of what they were doing.
Watching them do what they're doing. Okay.
Yes. And while you were there, fairly distracted by Dwergars, thinking, could you turn them into mushroom people? They were probably good mushroom people.
Yeah.
And while you're pondering...
they're the perfect height. My next question is, Midge is still holding concentration on red Midge. Can you give me an approximate remaining time that I have for that?
I'll give you a roll a d20, and that's the amount of time you have left.
Okay. 10 minutes.
Very well. You have 10 minutes.
Okay.
And yes, guys, it seems that a dark precipice took Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, there's a reason why you can't see... Oh, you shouldn't be able to see your token. But I can see that you can see your token.
I shouldn't?
No. Because it's supposed to be a surprise.
I mean, I've got dark vision and true. Oh wait, no, I don't have dark vision. I do have true sight though.
I want to just build a little bit of suspense, if you don't mind. So I'm gonna keep you for last, and for the rest of you, what do you want to do?
Is Midge close enough that she heard the commotion, or does she need someone to go get her?
Yes, that would be. She is close enough. She's not even, particularly as an Abshai, she has good hearing. So. Yeah, she's just 60 feet away from you guys.
Can I take those shackles next to me? What kind of shackles are those?
Dimensional shackles.
Oh, I'm taking those.
Oh my goodness. Are there more?
The other one is in Drazov and is dragging him around.
I was picturing some giant thing, not little ones we could actually grab. Nice. All right.
Well, they're magics, so they change size depending upon the creature.
That is correct.
Very cool.
Small to large.
Ronaldo.
If you guys are okay, I would like to have Midge at least run up and do a little role play with her meeting up with you guys. Is that okay?
Yeah. Let's do that first before we move on.
Okay. All right. So, Red Midge. Oh, goodness. Where did everyone go? And then she's going to run up through here. I'll need you to get me through there, Legend.
There you go.
And what is this down here, Legend,
let me
that I'm
describe
seeing?
what you see, Midge. As you cross through those doors, you see a 20-foot deep pit that takes up most of the floor of this rough-hewn chamber. A stone staircase curves down the wall of the pit, which holds 3 enormous stone vats brimming with differently colored liquids. 4 cultists in dark purple robes pile armfuls of humanoid bones into each cistern.
Midge can see Vokar, so can I try to sneak around the corner here to the others?
Roll a stealth.
As the Abishai or as Midge?
As the Abishai.
Okay. All right, stealth.
The number to beat is an 11.
Okay. Roll this.
Well, I'm gonna make it a 13 because there are other people in the room.
Yeah, well, that's a 7, so I just alerted them to my presence.
Oh yes, they hear your steps, and despite the fact that they were quite busy with them. Oh wait, Ronaldo, don't you have an aura that gives your colleagues some bonus?
Yes,
you
I
used
should.
Channel
But
Divinity last time.
yes, but it's only 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm outside of it.
Yeah.
All right. So in that case, Red Midge, you draw the attention of the cultists, and you can click on your token and roll initiative.
Well, immediately once she realizes that, well, I guess it's not an action, so I'll click on my token
Very well.
because I have frightful presence. So I'll do that in just a moment.
Notice they haven't seen you yet; they just heard you.
Okay.
Yeah. Very well, Midge. You are the first one to act.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
So I can see 1, 2, 3. You said there's 4 down at the bottom of the pit?
Yes.
All right. So I'll start with frightful presence then.
Very well.
And that doesn't take an action.
Yeah. What do they have to roll? DC 18 Wisdom save.
DC 18.
You hear 3 of them. They drop the bones and say, "Oh God damn it! Ah, what is that? That is like a devil. Is that one of the guardians? I don't know. Let's call the boss." And they start to run away from you immediately as a reaction. And one of them says,
They're running towards me.
"Yes, because they have to climb the stairs to run. They have to climb the stairs to run away from you."
Well, then they can't move closer to me. They have to cross the wall.
Very well. They go all the way to the back, and they start to attempt to climb the walls as they're trying to run away. And the other one runs towards you and says,
I mean, is that a correct interpretation, Legend?
"Yes, that is a correct interpretation. That's fine." And one of them runs towards you, and the one that runs towards you turns to the other ones and says, "Come on, guys. You guys are so uncool. Come on. It's just a little devil. We have dealt with worse."
I'm not being argumentative, but if we rolled initiative, they should move in its
They should what?
correct?
They are using their reaction.
If we initiate my turn, so they should move in. Oh, okay. All right, got it.
Yes, they are moving as a reaction. And they start to.
Okay.
The three of them are frightened of you, and they are trying to climb on the other side. And they are immaterial creatures, so it shouldn't take long. But you can see that the gauntlets they're being worn as if they have no arms inside of them are still trying to climb as if they were physical creatures. They don't seem to have flying speed, so Midge, that immediately eliminates one of your theories at the beginning, which was this could probably be air elementals. It seems that they're not air elementals, or they would be able to fly. And they seem to be trying to climb on the other side. But one of them is very brave, and he climbs the stairs towards you, and he's holding a wand on one hand, a shield on the other, and he says, "Come on, guys, stop embarrassing me. That's so uncool. That's just a little devil. We can take care of it. Come on, little devil, let's go back to your cell." And Midge, what would you like to do?
Yeah, so during our time off, I remembered that Midge has a spiritual companion with her. So that's the first thing I want to remember. The second thing is because this is the first time Midge is seeing these guys. Do these guys look the same as the other cultists that we've seen?
Yes. They are using the same type of robes, the same type of masks, slightly different masks, but it's still kind of the same gist.
Okay. All right. Okay. So if he has a wand and a shield, I mean, I only have 10 minutes left of this fun little so do I have breath or anything? Nope. All right, so what is my move amount? Okay. So as she's running, she's gonna go, "Hey, Volcar, be with you in a moment." And she's gonna run up to this guy 20 feet.
Yeah.
And multi-attack. Starting with, let's see which one is first. For those of you following along at home, I am in the passenger seat of a car, so I will do the best I can. Bite attack. So she'll bite first. 22.
Very well.
I can't imagine it's going to survive that, but you let me know.
Very well. As Red Midge attempts to bite, the shield that he's holding gets in the way. Fly out of his arm. It just gets in the way, and you ended up biting the shield instead of him. And you've realized, Red Midge, that must be some sort of sentient shield, as it can fly and move by itself. And he's still holding the one on the other side, and the shield seemed to have absorbed all the damage.
All of it. Okay.
All of it.
Well, where is the shield currently?
In between you and him.
As she's about. All right.
Right in front of your face. It would.
Interesting.
You would never think it was a sentient weapon, because it's just like a normal wooden shield. But somehow it's flying in front of your face. The moment you try to bite, you ended up biting the shield, not the cultist.
Okay. Then she will claw at said shield then, since it is between us.
Very well.
So here is the claw attack.
Also, I've got channel divinity.
That's a nat 20.
if I don't want to lose it, should I roll initiative and be able to act at the same time, or can I just wait until Midge is done?
You can wait this round because you just heard the commotion and you were still dealing with your own conclusion of your own fight. So I'm gonna give one free round to Midge and them, and then you guys can join. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Midge, nat 20. As you land your claw on the shield, you split.
Nat 20, legend.
Yes. As you land your claws on the shield splits in half and falls to the ground. If it was sentient, is no more. You just destroyed that sentient shield, and now there's nothing between you and the cultists.
I don't have another. I just have multi-attack, and I already used Frightful Presence.
Very well.
So, let me double check. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's all I can do. Can I see? Yep, that'll be it. That'll complete her turn.
Very well. Red
as she breaks the shield, there is a delay between me talking, so I apologize. As she breaks the shield, she's just gonna kind of snicker. Hello. And that'll be end.
Very well.
That'll
Midge.
end my turn.
And he, as you say hello, he looks at you with a very cool, unemotional turn of head, and as you just see that mask without a visible head just turning towards you, and he says, "Hello there." And he seems either overconfident or very confident.
Yeah, he must have rolled a nat 20 on that wisdom save with this amount of confidence.
Yeah, he must have. And the cult fanatics that were on the other side, they've managed to climb the walls and they start to run down some stairs to the west side as they run to hide away from you. And finally, the cultist that is in front of you points his wand at you, and he says,
"Turn right."
Damien Grr.
In about 1 mile, turn left onto Cedar Street.
Did you hear that, Midge?
I heard Damian Kerr, and I didn't hear anything else.
He says, as he points the wand to you, he looks at you, he approaches his head, just approaches closer to you, and he says, Damien Grr. Could you hear that?
Did I lose you again?
No.
Is there a sound effect or something? No. All I heard was your voice. I don't know what else is happening.
He says to you, Dami Unger.
Dami Unger. Okay.
And
what would
Dami Unger.
And do you reply to that?
Dami Unger? Do I know what that means?
English,
Absolutely
motherfucker,
not.
do you speak it?
Absolutely not. That's for the young demographics of our audience. As he points that,
Yeah. I'm really old, guys. I have no idea what that means.
as he keeps staring at you, waiting for you to give him a grrr, he
Okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, then. Okay, hold on. I can do that. She looks at it and she goes. She looks at him and she goes. right in his face.
And he says to you, "Hey, any chance you are doing something tonight? You know, after you get out of here." That was...
As a reaction, can you let Midge like take a step back?
Yeah, by all means.
And she has just the most confused look on this red Abishai's face. She doesn't say anything. She wants to see what he follows this up with.
And he turns to her and says, "Well, I'm sorry if I'm being a bit too forward, but I just wanted to say that was a hell of a girl. And I am a really good... I am a... let's say a found and an explorer of different anatomies. And something tells me that yours is quite interesting." And then he kind of turns his head to the side and says, "But you know what? I'm also somewhat of a dominatrix." And as he says that, he casts Dominate Monster on you.
Okay.
And the DC for that... Oh no, wait a second. It's nothing, because you're immune to be charmed. But he didn't know that. And you've noticed that he casts out of his wand, as a subtle spell, and no vocal, no somatic. And he casts out of his wand, and the spell hits you. And at the moment he realizes that he has done nothing to you, he says, "Grrr. Ah, nice." And that's the end of his turn.
Midge looks at him. She goes, "Yeah, nice try."
I really like the rispiness in your voice. I like the roughness. It's almost as if you had smoked a pipe your entire life.
I've got all kinds of surprises for you.
And that's the end of his turn. Anyone else wants to join this initiative? Or whatever the hell this is. Perhaps it's a first date. Anyone wants to join?
I think I need a cigarette after listening to all that.
Oh yeah, I'll join. We need some good music.
Yeah, I'll join.
For those of you who want to join, by all means, click on your token and roll initiative. Except for Drazo, because we're holding him in suspension right now.
Yeah, figures.
So we need romance music, right? I got you.
Yes, romance music.
Where's the sax music?
Thanks.
And
There it is.
very well, Creek, you joined the initiative. Ronaldo, did you roll? I don't see you there.
Yes.
Let me add you to the turn. And very well. All of you act. Let me remove the cultists that are actually not engaged at all.
Can my zombie just go with me on my turn?
By all
After
means,
my turn?
yeah. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
So, Red Midge, we're back at you. How do you want to react to this, kind of mood that this guy is giving you?
Midge is gonna saunter up and attempt to bite his head off. Like a praying mantis.
Some people,
Like a praying mantis.
Some people in the biz call that a foreplay. I'm just saying. So, Midge, go ahead. Do your attack.
Give me just a second, guys.
Very well.
Give me just a moment. I need to
Very well.
mute and then I'll be right back. Like literally just 5 seconds.
Very well.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4.
All right, I'm back. All right, so yeah, she's gonna step forward like a praying mantis and attempt to bite his head off.
Excellent.
Another nat 20.
Wow! You do bite his head off. And in your mouth, the only thing that you're biting is a metallic mask. As you bite his head off, the robes and the gauntlets and even the wand, they just fall to the ground, motionless. And suddenly you are chewing a piece of metallic mask in your mouth, and with that creature is seem to have gone.
She'll spit the mask out onto the ground, and she'll say,
For some species, that's afterplay.
Very well. And yes, since they start to call species and not races, I guess that's biologically correct. And with that,
can she pick up the wand?
she can definitely pick up the wand. Yes.
Okay. Do I get any type of magical, is anything other than just a regular wand sense from it?
You get the sense that this wand works. It works by storing spells in it, like a ring of spell storing, because you feel that the wand is magic, but you also feel that the wand is not charged, that the magic that existed in that wand is gone. Red Mage, roll an investigation for me.
Okay. I'd like to use my inspiration for that to reroll.
By all means. See, folks, that's why we sing in D&D.
14, not much better.
That's enough. You've realized that.
I mean, I had two nat 20s in a row, so I feel like I should have a couple inspirations banked there, but that's okay.
Well, the nat 20 to eat his head, you get an inspiration back. You already had one, so I couldn't give you another one, but yes.
I know.
Very well. But you get your inspiration back. Red Mage, you after biting that mask, you realize that was just deception. He was just buying time for the other tree. He probably knew that you were powerful, and he was not going to end this fight. But he just wanted to entertain you and distract you while the other tree were running out of this place. That's the impression you've gathered, and you think that is because they said they were running away to tell their boss about you.
Yeah. So I did pick up those words then. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you did.
Okay. All right. Okay. Is there any particular way I should label this wand? Should I just put cultist wand? Is that okay? Just as a custom item?
That's fine.
Now?
You can take a ring of spell storing and rename cultist wand.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right, you can move on to the other guys while I do this, if you want to.
And for the rest of you, what would you like to do? As you just saw Red Mage kind of eat the head of someone, while Creek was preparing to, play a song, and you didn't even have enough time to serenade them, Creek. Midge acts
I even brought the shackles as well.
Hey, there's never a third date with Midge. So that's what you've learned tonight. Creek, what would you like to do?
Well, now that my love song is over, I'll point out and I'll say, hey guys, Midge just went down there. I think Midge is hungry.
Yes, Dressel gone and there's a commotion down there. We should join, make sure she'll be okay. Ronaldo's going to dash down there. He's like, come on, Hob. Knob's arm. He's gonna try and rush to following Ronaldo.
Wait, shouldn't we go past the wall of force?
It's up to you.
As you're coming down this hallway is this vertical hall. Vertical hallway is a downhill inclination, and you come down to this place where I just described is kind of a pit, where apparently they were throwing bones inside cisterns, and then you can go around the pit, and there seems to be some stairs to the west that go even deeper. The far, let me see who can see it. Can any one of you see something in the far end here?
Yeah, Midge can see. I can see.
Yeah,
I can see all the way to here.
Excellent. So I'm gonna describe. Let me cut to Drazov. As I describe Drazov, as you are floating up in the air by your shackles and seem to be telekinetically restrained, I'm going to describe to you what you see. By the way, guys, Cyril was not at all interested in save Robert De Niro, so he said, go ahead, I'm just going to tie my shoes. And despite the fact that his shoes have no tie, as he's wearing an armor that is shaped like a scorpion, you guys look down and see there's no ties, but hey, he believes he's carrying a magical staff, so maybe he believes he has shoestrings as well. Who knows?
Or he does have shoestrings, it's just he's struggling because his hand is glued to a staff.
Exactly. Hey, he says he's gonna take his time, and then he just lowers on the ground and starts to do something to the feet of his armor. And for those of you who can see in the back end, you can see that the cultist that has this mask that looks like a mind flayer, but with a flare, seems to be holding something in the air, and you imagine is your friend. Robert De Niro, you are hanging in this chamber, and let me describe the chamber to you. If I don't, of course, accidentally mute myself while I'm describing the chamber. Very well.
The cultist got him.
Yes. As you enter as you're floating over a lake of slime that fills this ruined chamber. The walls here climb about 40 feet to a cavernous ceiling. Froth and scum line the lake's edges. After you enter this chamber, the others couldn't hear, but you heard in your mind a voice of a creature you never heard before, and it said,
"What worlds have you destroyed?"
Am I able to answer back?
yes,
Like telepathically?
telepathically, yeah.
All right, yeah. I've lost count.
What worlds do you seek to destroy?
Who can say?
And you hear a voice in your mind that just says, "Shh! Don't talk to Zargon. I'm the priest here. Shut your mind." And suddenly you just feel as a haze has clouded your thoughts, and you can't form a coherent sentence. As you are floating above this lake of slime, a towering abomination starts to rise from the slime. You see 3 long tentacles at first, that tipped with blade-like barbs, rid from each of these creatures' shoulders, and 6 more slither below, propelling it forward. beneath the 2-foot-long black horn jutting from its hideous head, the creature single bulging red eye gazes down at you. And roll an Arcana check as you look at this.
That's 29.
Well, Drazov, you can easily conclude that this creature is clearly whatever is the Discultus was trying to summon. The creature looks at you and roll an insight.
Alright. Inside. Not my strong. Oh, hey, that's not too bad. 26.
Very well. You have the impression that you are here as a sacrifice to this creature. And given that they use the blood of undead to feed this creature, you start to think that maybe your arrival here was not coincidental. And what are the chances that you, a lich, meets a cult that feeds undead to their dark god? And it seems that you are the next snack. As this creature stands out, it talks telepathically to you and hears your thoughts. But the priest seems to be a bit jealous and hazed your mind, so you can't reply. The creature.
Can I try to reply?
The creature. You can try, of course. You get no response from that, but then again, who would? And this creature is standing out of the slime, and you can see its body and all its tentacles that flash out of its body, and the body itself doesn't seem to be contained in a very specific form. The tentacles seem to just emerge at will out of the body of this creature. But there is one particular thing that draws your attention to this anatomy. And let me ask Robert De Niro. Let me ask the player. The image you're seeing right now, I hope you're seeing, if I have transferred you there, yeah.
Yep.
Is there something specific about this anatomy that you think that is somewhat curious?
I mean, I do.
There's a lot about it that I think is
I know. Very
it's
cool.
more than a six-pack.
I mean,
Everyone on the quest is like, you know what? Good six-pack, dude. I don't want to ruin that. I'm going to back off.
where do you want me to start?
What can I say after?
What is the most peculiar thing that you see about this creature? Let's see if the player can pass this Arcana check. The character already did, but let's see if the player...
And if you give up, I want to say.
Very well.
I mean, he ain't got no legs. Just a whole bunch of writhing tentacle bits, for starters.
Very well. Very well. Okay. Ronaldo,
Calling
you
it
want to give it a
tentacle
shot?
bits makes it worse. You said I could give it a shot?
Yeah.
His horn is the obelisk that we're looking
Yes.
for.
That is correct.
Oh,
sorry, Midget, just
gotcha.
saw yours now. Yes, Drazov sees this creature coming out of the slime and notices that the obelisk you've been looking for is the horn of this creature. And therefore, it's this dark master is probably a guardian of sorts of this obelisk. So, and on that note, you can all click on your tokens and roll initiative.
And our understanding is that the rod is a key to the obelisk, right?
Yes.
I can't click on my token. I can still see
Yeah, I
that
can't click on my token.
You can't click on
You
your
need to
token.
get us back to the map.
Oh yeah, well yeah, of course. I have a song.
Yeah.
I have a song for this. Is what is it? There you go. That is the song of the DM screwing up. Very well. Back to the map and back to rolling initiative.
Crap.
What a time to be attached to or imprisoned by dimensional shackles, Robert. I must say, what a timing.
Yeah, especially with that initiative.
Oh yes. Would you like to? Do you have a inspiration that you can use?
It doesn't look like it. No.
What did you roll? I can't see. What did you roll, bud?
Rolled a 4.
I got a 4. I'm not sure why it's not showing up on the list.
Yeah, you can use mine. You can take my initiative to try and roll higher.
All right, that's considerably better. Thank you very much, Mitch.
Yeah, of course.
Very well. Rob Dernira, you are a 15. And
Oh, should I also be rolling for the Hezrel?
yes, by all means. I mean, did he follow you here?
Well,
He's
he's in the other
room.
room.
The other room
Yeah. Okay,
where
very well.
the beds were,
Yeah, by all
like the
means.
bunk beds or whatever.
Roll for him,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay. 1 second. Shoot, where did that go?
While we're loading this legend,
Yeah.
I'm assuming Red Midge can see this thing coming up out of the slime. Does the
she can.
does the spirit react to sight of this that is
Yes.
inhabiting Midge?
Yes, it does. You feel as if the spirit has cow itself inside of you. It went awfully quiet now, and it's almost as
Okay.
if it's afraid.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
That's 6 for the Hezrel, by the way.
Very well. And I'm missing one. Very well. We have our initiative. Ronaldo, you're the first one to act. What would you like to do?
Ronaldo would like to tell Hob Zombie to go wait for him, or to hide behind the corner over here, and it's gonna take him a while to get there, but he'll start shuffling on over. Let's
Alright.
see. 40 feet. He'll just dash that way. And then Ronaldo himself is going to cast greater invisibility on himself. And then he will start to fly so that he's by the ceiling of the... How high is the ceiling here?
Where you are 20 feet above you.
20?
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna spend 20 feet to go up by the ceiling and then go horizontally just another like 10 or so. And that's his turn.
Very well. And Volkar says, "Hey! That doesn't look like something that you see every day. Well, I certainly haven't seen any of those before, if my memory doesn't fail me. So be careful. It looks like something that was created for the purpose of defending its horn. The spell weavers were master crafters, even of flesh. So be careful. And as he says that, he will cast on Midge. Does he still have it? Let me see. Yes, he still has a slot. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Does he still has a slot for you, Midge? Let me see. No, he does not. So he'll cast Sanctuary on you.
So I did have Death Ward cast on me. How long would that have lasted?
Oh, hours.
Okay,
hours,
then
12 hours,
Red Midge. Yeah, you did cast Death Ward on Red Midge earlier in the dungeon, so she should still have it on her.
On Midge, you mean? It was casted
On Midge.
Okay.
So it doesn't transfer over to Red Midge.
No. When you go back to Big Midge, it's still gonna be there.
Okay.
Ronaldo has
right.
it also.
Very well. So with that, he's going to cast Sanctuary on Midge for his last first level slot. He says, "Use it wisely, Midge. I don't have many of those left."
I don't know how much time I have left in this floor either.
Well, then be fast. And
I'll try.
and after that, as an action, he's going to use his movement to take cover over here, so that the creature cannot see him back, as he's holding the rod. And he turns to Creek and says, "Well, I assume if that creature is protecting the obelisk, whoever is holding the rod is its main target. So, you may want to keep it away from me. If it gets to me, there's no chance we're gonna open that obelisk." And that's the end of his turn. And Robert De Niro, the priest with the mask that looks like a mind flayer, he start to telekinetically drive you down, and you are close to the ceiling, 40 feet up, and now you are about 10 feet from the lake surface, and right above the head of this creature, this dark master, which you assume is probably this Zargon that they keep talking about. So I'm gonna put your altitude here at 10. The priest is at 40. He was at 40 with you, and Zargon is at ground level. And
Gotcha.
and with that, it seems that the next move this creature makes, it's going to probably bite you and swallow you. That's the impression you get. That's why you are like a tasty little snack just floating above its head. And that's the end of its turn. Robert De Niro, probably the most important turn for your character yet. What would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to start with an Arcana check on these shackles.
Very well.
Wow, that is a crap roll. A double crap roll. Crap roll with advantage. That's an 18. What can I tell about them in terms of what they do and how they work?
All right. So, dimensional shackles are actually quite famous magical items because they are used to contain villains and prisoners and send them to the goody-goodies prisons around the multiverse. And even they are used to transfer prisoners from one place to another to prevent them from. So it's you would know this quite easily. They are not difficult to know. So dimensional shackles, the 2024 version is what you see there. That's why it has the language of 2024. But anyway, you get the gist. Use an action to try and get rid of these shackles. And it's an athletics check. A DC 30 strength athletics check. On a successful check, you break the shackles. On a failure, you can only try again in 30 days. The shackles prevent a creature, they're bound to them, from using any method of extra-dimensional movement, including teleportation or travel to a different plane of existence. They don't prevent the creature from passing through an interdimensional portal, though. This is what you know.
Okay. Do demiplane keys count as a do the use of demiplane keys count as a interdimensional portal?
Yes, they do. And but however, you need a keyhole to use them.
Right. Okay. Plane shift counts as teleportation. Right. And Misty Step counts as teleportation as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm going to shoot. Yes. Wait, what?
About 182 miles.
Oh.
Straight.
Okay. Oh, now this is a tough one. Give
I
me
tell
a
you what,
real.
Joseph. Would you like to switch your turn with Creek?
Yeah,
Or
let's
advantage?
go first.
Very well. Creek, what would you like to do?
Creek will walk over to Vokar, get out of that thing's sight, and says, yeah, you know, as much as I fool around, I know how serious this is for you, Vokars. So with my lyre, as an action, I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on Vokar.
Very
She'll get rid
well.
of concentration on the tentacles.
Very well. Oh, very nice of you to do that.
Creek will go back out here. Oh, there we go. That's the rest of my movement. I'm going to take a look at the distance. I'm way too far away to do anything, so I'll have to end my turn.
Very well. And we're back to Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, you had a few more minutes to think about what you want to do. Are you still under very serious pressure?
Yeah, but I've got a couple ideas now. All of them are bad.
Very
But
well.
yeah,
That sounds
I got
appropriate to your character.
I got me some ideas. Okay, so magical items. All right, let's start by just going at this headlong. And just gonna.
You know, Robert De Niro, hold that thought. As this is a very critical moment, it's a very good time for us to call our commercial breaks.
Of course.
We don't have commercial breaks, folks. That was just a joke. So yes, we're just gonna take a quick bio break of 10-15 minutes, and we'll be right back. Have I used this picture before? It's the first time you guys are seeing.
Anime.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time.
This one. Yeah.
You've seen this
I
one
like
before?
it.
You've seen this one before?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Very well, very well. Okay, all right. Couldn't remember if I had.
Good.
Very well. This is your anime version, and we'll be right back, everybody. All right. Is everybody back?
Yes.
Yep. Looks like we lost Midge for the moment, but
We lost
no.
Midge.
Since I'm getting close to my hard stop legend, should I just get my star, or is there something big that's gonna happen next like 3 minutes?
Oh, I thought you still had 1 hour to go. Okay.
No, 8 p.m.
So let's start. Okay, so let's start with your. Let's start with your turn. Okay. Tell us what
I
you're
already
gonna
did
do.
my turn.
Tell us what you're gonna do in your next turn, and then drop it in character. Sorry, I was under the impression your hard stop was at 3 hours.
Space.
Very well. What would you like?
Probably
what would you like to do in the next turn?
I'd probably be helping out with like Ralathum Psychic Lance and what's it called, Synaptic Static
Okay.
with my 4th and 5th, and then as a last resort, then I'll use what's it called, a Tensor's Transformation. And Creek would probably go melee.
Very well. Very well. Duly noted. And to hear Stardust too?
I'm gonna give it to Midge, even though I wasn't there to see it. I miss what Red Abershai do when they like people.
Very well.
That's funny.
And with that, let me bring you guys back. Thank you for joining us, Creek.
That was a pleasure. Can't wait next week, guys.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Thanks, Creek.
I did write another song during the break. So in Creek's honor, can I share my travel D&D song?
By all means, yeah.
All right, it's based off of a classic.
Okay.
Some of you guys may recognize it. So it goes like this. It goes, rolling down the freeway with my Lich party, rolling nat 20, rolling all nat 20s, crit hit with my mind on my dungeon, on my dungeon on my mind.
Bravo, bravo.
Very well, very well. Where are my clap? Where is the audience? Where are the audience
Touching on my
clapping?
mind. That's just what Mid in Red Abishai form is humming to herself as she enters the combat, and the monster's like,
Yeah.
what?
rolling down the freeway with my Lich party.
Very well. For a second there, I thought you were going to sing Damian Gur.
No, I was channeling a little Snoop Dogg.
Very well, very well.
Are we
And-
ending the session, or are we going to try and take on the monster with 3 people?
We are up to you guys. We have an audience that's been waiting for us to come back, so let's take at least another round. So,
Yeah, I'd like to at least try
Robert-
out some of my bad ideas.
yes, Robert De Niro has been thinking about the past 15 minutes about what the hell he's going to do to save his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've narrowed it down a bit. But first, I have a question. All right, so in order to use demi-plane keys, I need a keyhole. Can you define more specifically what exactly constitutes a keyhole
A hole
for the sake of...
a hole created for a key that's usually in a door.
Does it have to be in a door?
If there is a hole for a key on a wall, I would allow that. But it's a hole that was created for a key.
Or do dimensional shackles have keys? Do they have a keyhole?
No,
No,
they
that's
don't.
also a good idea.
No, they don't. But yeah, good
All
try.
right, well, because here's the thing. The first thing that I did when the shackles went on me was I used Kirsten's ooze to activate its amorphous quality, making me effectively able to reshape myself to fit whatever I need to. So what I'm asking is, I guess, can I reshape part of me into a keyhole and then, you know...
Oh my god. That is a very clever idea. Unfortunately, I would take a keyhole as an object, and you are a creature. So if you're using a spell that would turn you into an object, then I would allow it.
Form of a gorilla. And I'll take the form of a keyhole made of ice. Wonder Twin powers, activate.
All right. So you're not gonna let me crawl up my own ass. Okay.
Yes,
Fair enough.
and the
Fair
dimensional shackles, they still redimension in order to keep you tied. So even if you take the amorphous, they are still integrated in your body together with the rest of the equipment. So they still their restrictions still apply to you. Okay.
Right. But by using the key, it would open the door, and you said that according to the description, I can pass through dimensional doors.
Yes, you can interdimensional portals,
Right, so,
and the key would open a portal.
Yeah.
And guess what? You did pass through a few doors before arriving here, including double doors and other doors that had keyholes in them.
Right.
So if you
Gotcha.
manage to get
Alright.
to one of those doors, you could definitely use the dimensional key.
Well,
The
on
Deadly Plane
to
Yeah, I can see the.
my next idea then, since that's not going to work.
Very well.
All right. I'm going to subtle cast maze, and this thing just disappears in a flash of green light.
Very well. Very well. You attempt to subtle cast maze, and for whatever reason, as the spell hits this creature, it doesn't work. It's not that it fizzles out. It just, as you hit the creature, you would expect the effect to take place and the creature to disappear. So you're pretty sure you spent a spell slot, you did everything right, the maze spell should have worked, and yet the creature is still standing right there.
That's not great. All right. Now I'm running out of ideas.
You can roll an investigation, and I can give you a few clues about
Yeah.
what just happened.
Well, that's an at 20.
Excellent. The moment the words come in your mind and of the spell, and you subtle cast maze, you've realized two things that have been kind of a slip through it. First one is that creature that is holding you telekinetically in the air, the Mind Flayer masked cultist, can read your mind all the time apparently, and it knows what you are thinking. It seems to be inside your head, and it seems to be something passive. The second thing you've realized about that spell is that you are inside a ziggurat that has been protected by the spell weavers, and the magic in this place is so powerful that wouldn't allow anyone to travel in or out of this place. So any planar or interdimensional travel in and out of this place would definitely be blocked by the powerful magic outside.
That's mean.
I
All
know.
right.
Makes you feel like you're in the Nine Hells all over again.
Yeah, the 9 L's were fine compared to this. This is just annoying. Yeesh. All right, and I still can't communicate properly, even telepathically, because of whatever he did to my mind to befuddle me or whatever,
well,
right? Or is that over now?
telepathically, you can focus on your thoughts enough to cast a spell or something like that.
But for speaking, because
for
whatever
speaking,
he did, you said before that it prevented me from telepathically speaking to the.
Correct. It makes difficult for you to create coherent sentences telepathically towards the creature. You don't know if it affects everybody, but the haze in your mind does affect your communication with this giant creature under you.
And let me just check that distance real quick. Can I get a... Oh yeah, that's definitely within range. Can I get a token for my manifest mind?
Very well. Yes, you can. Go ahead and describe what you were trying to do while I'm getting your token.
Oh, I just want to use my bonus action to move it closer
Oh, very well.
to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume that it would have been somewhere in the room where I was abducted from, since it would have been following us up till then, or following me up till then.
Yes, it would have been.
Yeah.
And
So wherever it is, just move it 30 feet closer, and that'll be fine.
all right.
And
I thought I had brought that token with you, but yeah, go ahead. Keep describing your scene.
yeah, so so burning maze to no effect. That still cost my action, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Well, then, as my move action, I'm gonna just kind of slurp up, reshaping my body so that I am standing while the shackles are still holding my wrists. My feet are now also standing on the shackles, and my butt's just my big old disco ball butt is just kind of pointed toward the mind flayer guy, and I'm just sort of a rhythmically, jerkily twerking at him.
Very well. And do you say anything while you're twerking?
Well, telepathically, it's kind of a yes.
And this is how he goes.
And that is indeed. I have to say I agree. I agree with whatever it is that you just said. It makes perfect
He
sense.
dies like he lives.
So your manifest mind is right there to the north of you. You should be able to see
Very good.
that. Very well.
Very good. All right, that's my turn.
Excellent. And with that, Red Midge, what would you like to do?
I was muted. Just a moment. So 50 feet will put me to right here. And I will incite fanaticism by giving Creek, Ronaldo, Robert, and Hob Zombie all advantage on their attack rolls until my next turn.
Very well.
Where is the priest in relation to these guys here?
So the priest is this guy is at the surface at the level of the surface of the lake. Robert De Niro is 10 feet above, which is right above the head of this creature, and and you have the priest flying 40 feet up in the air, close to the ceiling.
Okay. All right. Okay. We'll start with Fearful Presence on the priest, because I'm almost positive that this Zargon creature is immune to frightened. So I need that priest to give me a wisdom save, please.
Very well. It passed.
Okay.
Yeah, it passed.
All right. There's not a lot I can do. I don't have ranged attacks in this form. So Midge is going to just kind of come over here. So she's out of the way, just in this corner right here. Let's see if there's a bonus action I can do. I don't think so. Well, from the website, no. That'll complete my turn. And I know we had mentioned, like, Ronaldo had asked if we're going to fight these guys, fight this guy with only 3 of us. I am going to tell you that my laptop is about to die, so I am not sure how much longer I can last.
Very well. It seems that this is
in the car.
This is the last round.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can at least get my turn, then I'm fine.
Yes, of course. You're gonna get your turn. All right.
Yeah, I was saying that, yeah, just to finish this. Yeah, that's fine.
Very well. And the Hasbro. What is the Hasbro doing? What was the last command that Robert gave the Hasbro?
That's what I'm trying to remember. I think it was just told to follow since we were out of combat. So I'm just going to have it do that. Its move speed is...
So if it was told to
30.
follow, I would start him here, close to Volcar. Close to Cyril.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Then it's just going to, I guess, head on... Wait, that's... Checking the map. Boop. Yeah. About there. Does it need to make a dex save or anything for the slime?
Yes, it definitely does.
Alright.
It's fine. It just uses its nails on its feet to not to slip.
Alright, and it fails its save to try and not be controlled by me.
Excellent. And it's dashing?
Oh, no, I forgot. Yeah, it can dash. Alright, so let's have it go another 30 feet. Boom.
Very well.
Alright, so I think that's it.
Very well. And with that, as you didn't manage to stop this imminent attack, the Dark Master of this cultist is going to jump 10 feet up in the air and attempt to bite you. Because you are restrained, it has advantage on this attack. And that's a 23 to hit you.
As a reaction, I'm going to cast Shield.
Very well. And that gives you an AC off.
Not enough. It gives me an AC of 21.
You cast Shield as a reflex, and this creature jumps in the air, and its massive jaw opens and dislocates just as that of an anaconda trying to eat too big of a prey. It just dislocates its jaw and opens up as if to swallow you. And then it hits the shimmering barrier of force around you, and it tries to sink its teeth in you, but the barrier protects you just enough for it to swallow you whole, as if it was swallowing a magical pill. And as it swallows you, the shield that you've cast protects you from the walls of the stomach for the time being. But while in this place, you are completely blinded, and, well, while you have a shield, you are not restrained. But once that shield goes down, you immediately become restrained by the walls of this the stomach of this creature, whatever it is. As you look around, however, you would be expecting to see pure darkness, but instead, in the dark, you see red glowing eyes staring back at you. You can't really see where they're coming from in that darkness, even with your dark vision. It's so bleak, but they are staring at you. It's almost as if this creature can see those who are inside its stomach. And with that, Robert De Niro, you've been swallowed. And for all the rest of you, I'm sure the one that is feeling this the most is Cyril. He's probably very disappointed to himself for not being here to stop that from happening. And particularly because he didn't tie his shoe fast enough. Oh no, I'm sure he's very disappointed at himself. Anyway, Robert De Niro, for the time being, you are blinded and potentially restrained from the next turn. This was one of the attacks. As the creature stands tall out of the surface of that liquid, as if it could walk on water, it looks directly with its one red eye. It has two eyes on the side of its head, but it seems to you that they seem to be blinded or something. They don't seem to be really functioning eyes. As it stands tall from the surface of the lake, and it feels like the body of this creature never ends, almost as if it could grow. And it looks straight at all of you and says, as in your mind, in a way that not even those who have protection against telepathy can prevent. And it says to you,
You have the key. Give me the key to free me, and I will spare your pathetic existence. If you don't surrender the key, I will take for myself.
well, that sounds reassuring. What do you think, guys? Should you just give the key to him?
Midge just shakes her head no.
Is
Yeah,
Vokar
Ronaldo's-
within 60 feet of me?
Who is within 60 feet of you?
Is Vokar within 60 feet of me?
No.
Okay, never mind that.
And as he says that, Red Midge, one of his tentacles, fly out of that pit, just, and the barbed edge of that tentacle hits you as if he could see through walls.
Oh, interesting.
And with that, that is a roll 20. Come on.
Sorry, Ronaldo, I didn't mean to cut off what you were saying there.
That's a 28 to hit you, Red Midge.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Very well. But, Red Midge, wait! You have
Roll that sanctuary.
Sanctuary. And he has to roll a wisdom save to target you. And the DC for this wisdom save is 21. And he rolled are you kidding me? He rolled a 21. So it does target you. A 28
He's
will
been
hit.
cooped up a long time. He's
Oh,
anxious
yes.
to get going.
Oh yes, and as this hits you, you take 10 points of piercing damage that bypass any resistance, except if you are immune. If you are immune, you don't take it. Which is your
To
case.
piercing?
Yes.
Is this magical or
Yes.
regular?
Yes, it's magical. Oh, you are immune to non-magical, that's right. Any bypasses resistance if you have, and it is definitely magical. So it hits you, 10 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled. So your AC as the red mage is 30. Not your AC, sorry. Your HP as red mage is 37 now, right? And
37 now. That's correct. Yeah.
all right, and you are
I can't
grappled by
see-
this massive
you-
tentacle.
So you took away the map. We're looking at the
Oh yes,
creature
I'm
again.
gonna bring you
Yeah.
back. I'm gonna bring you back. Very well. And now, Ronaldo, you, Hob Zombie, and Creek, you can see that. Where the hell did that tentacle come from? That tentacle was almost like a magic missile. Just came to Midge, even with her in full cover, and it just hit her in full, and it started to raise her up in the air. About 1 feet up in the air, just enough to show that the tentacle is grabbing Midge. And that's the end of this creature's turn. Ronaldo, what would you like to do before we conclude the session?
Well, that changes everything I had been planning to do. Jeez. Midge, what's your HP look like?
It doesn't matter. I can't be healed. In red Abishai form.
Can you still get temporary hit points?
She can. So
No,
temporary
the
hit points
37
don't
is
stack.
temporary hit points.
They don't stack.
Yeah.
So, and I assume you're not gonna give more than 37 temporary hit points, or are you?
No.
Okay.
I can get close, but not
If
30.
the temporary hit points you are going to give were above Mage's current temporary hit points, Mage could just have an option of replace one balance by the other.
Okay, no, I can't beat 37. That's okay.
All right. So Ronaldo,
Would I be able to do a ranged attack on the tentacle without hitting Midge?
yes, of course you would. Yeah.
Okay. Well, man, I really didn't want to do that. Anyways, all right. Here's what he's gonna do. So Ronaldo, who's invisible and flying, is going to take the potion of speed, which Vokar gave him, and as a bonus action, he's going to chug it. So now he will have haste. And then with his first action, he's going to hold out Ogremu's graveyard, which is again a human skull with that's like cut in half. The top half is glass, and you can see a little graveyard inside. He's gonna hold it out to Hob Zombie, and he's gonna say the magic word, "Spooky Mon, come home." He's gonna, like a Pokeball, just Hob Zombie will disappear and get sucked inside the skull.
Very well.
And then he is. Ronaldo is going to fly. Can get just close enough to Midge, or like he can't reach her just yet. But if you lose those hit points now that you're within his aura, you'll get some. And he's going to take out his lance, and he's gonna whisper to himself. He had shouted it the last time he used it, but now he still wants to avoid detection, so he'll say it quietly. Release the Sharon! And he's gonna fling the lance at the tentacle with an attack.
Very well. Excellent, Ronaldo.
Oh, it would have to be a dexterity saving throw, 18.
18 dex saving throw. Very well. It passed with a 20.
Okay, it's gonna take half damage then.
Very well.
4d10 lightning damage.
25
Half of 25.
points
Oh, well.
of lightning damage as you hit the tentacle of this creature. You've noticed that the lightning just travels through the tentacle as if it could conduct lightning. And it hits the creature on one end, but it also hits Red Midge on the other. Red Midge,
Damn.
roll a dex save for us.
She's grappled.
Yeah, she has disadvantage.
You get a +2 if that helps for being in my aura.
Do we still have Red Midge? Very well. Red
Yeah,
Midge, you are electrocuted and roll a concentration check for us.
Damn.
So what is the full damage? Roll another 4d10, please.
Instead of the 25, we'll roll again.
Isn't the 25 half damage?
No, 25 is the full.
Okay. So in that case, Midge, you take 25 points of lightning damage. And you are down to 12, but you're still holding concentration. Good job. And Ronaldo, what else would you like to do in your turn?
I forgot to say it last time, but because of my Twilight Sanctuary at the end of my turn, I have temporary hit points, so I just didn't roll it last time.
Okay.
So it's
roll
a
twice
1d6
then.
plus 20. I'm going to roll that now. All right, I gained 22 temporary hit points.
Very well. Done.
And then quietly, to try and avoid detention, he's like, oh, sorry, Mitch. And that's my turn.
Very well. And with that, for those of you watching us, thank you so much for being with us. It's a pleasure having you here. We'll continue these shenanigans in our next session when we will probably conclude this combat and this dungeon that you guys has been here for quite a chunk, quite a few episodes.
Since April 4th, by the way.
Oh, all right. There you go. Since April 4th. So thank you everybody for watching. It's a pleasure having you here, and I see you guys next week, same time, as if there are no more technical issues. But hopefully there's not. Fingers crossed.